Howdy folks, just thought I'd do a quick video about track prep in Rekordbox, how I set my hot cues and phrase mixing, just trying to simplify it because I feel that some of the videos go into the complicated a bit. If you follow these steps of just mixing from the obvious changes in the music, the first beats after a breakdown, you don't need to worry about counting the music, just feel your music and mix from the points when the music quite obviously changes. Obviously when you import your tunes, you've got to make sure that the beat grids all sound, BPM will be correct if it's doing that. In terms of where I set my hot cues, A is always the first kick if there's not a kick right at the start. But as this one kicks right from the beginning, I'll put a hot cue up here where it sort of introduces the first little melody. B can be after this second breakdown. My C hot cue is always after the main breakdown, biggest breakdown in the tune. And D is always my mix out point after this next little breakdown. So that'll leave me 2 minutes 10 to mix out of the tune. If you feel like that's a little bit long, you can pick your next little breakdown point here. I'll use your beat jumps. I always set them to 16 bars. It lets you sort of go there or there. There wouldn't be a bad point either. If you feel like a minute 30 something's a nicer level of time to mix out of. I'd be quite happy with D, knowing that if I'm busy faffing around and I miss that, I've got this point here to catch it. Next tune, Raj Kal and Nathan Jones, Break the Chains. So this doesn't kick right from the start, so as I was saying before, A will be from the first time it really kicks in. Boom. B will be after this breakdown, which is where the bass line really drops in. Nice little big melodic breaks number. And C from the breakdown. D as my mix out point. Boom. Happy with that. 2 minutes 20 to mix out, but that's actually a bit shorter because it's got a whole bunch of dead air basically at the end of the tune. I don't know why they left that extra 30 seconds in there, but that's how it came. Yeah, so phrase mixing. There's a lot of videos that talk about counting everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4. Really don't need to do that. If you just find these points in your songs after there's a little breakdown, mix from the first beat of your new tune to that first beat after a breakdown. You could go back here and do it after this if you want to mix out early. Everything is always in phrase if you've gone first beat of the new tune to the first beat after a breakdown. It's really quite simple. You don't need to count. You just need to listen to your music, feel those changes, stare at the waveforms. I don't care, but that doesn't need to be any more complicated than that. First beat after a breakdown, first beat of the new tune, shit's always in phrase. So let's take these through to the studio and see how they go together. Okay, so we're set up in the studio, got the DDJ1000 connected, mixing between Frankie Wah, Can't Escape, and Raj Kal and Nathan Jones, Break the Chains. As I was talking about before, mix from these cue points you've set, first beat after a breakdown, first beat of the new tune. Shit'll be perfectly in phrase, so let's see how it goes. simple as that. You don't need to count things. You don't need to sit there counting things in your head and over-analysing your music. Just mix from those points. Never mix these two tunes together before. Just from practice, experience and knowledge, mixing from that cue pointer set after a breakdown to the first beat, and Bob's your uncle. Track A ended right as track B went boom. It's really that simple.